Welcome back to class. My name is Emmanuel, and I'll be your host for today. If this is your first time going through this very training session, I welcome you specially. Pay close attention because what we will be discussing today is something that is very pivotal with whatever you are doing, be it as a professional person or a career person. And the title is Ignite Your Voice, Speaking to Impact. This training, honestly, is going to be a dialogue, not a monologue, which means we're going to be working together. You listen to me, I can tell you for free at the right place at the right time, but we have to be in synergy for you to get the very best out of this training. If you intend to just listen through and not take action, I can tell you for free, you are wasting your time or about to waste your time. So this is me pleading before we begin this journey that you engage with the assignments, the activities, the classworks that will be given so that you get the very best out of it. Like the title states, we're about to ignite your voice. So it's very, very key. So I want to start with a very crucial question. Are great speakers born or are they made? Feel free to engage in the comment section because there are some group of persons who believe that no, great speakers are born. There's this innate thing within them that, once they begin to grow up, you just know that this person is going to be good as a speaker. So they position the person as a speaker. And then there are these group of people who say, no, 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 it doesn't matter how you were given birth to. You can actually transform from whatever level to become an eloquent, excellent speaker. So this is me asking you, do you believe that great speakers are born or do you believe that they are made? Well, I don't know your answer. You can drop it in the comment section. At the end of this very training, we're going to come back to this question. And hopefully by then, you will have an answer. But I want to drop something in the comment section. Are they born or are they made? Feel free. It's not a debate, so it's not like this will win and that. Just are they born or are they made? Engage in the comment section. So let's go. Now, there are two components of success that I have noticed largely over time. There's a technical aspect of success where people focus on getting the skills, getting the knowledge, getting the experience. They major on that. And after getting it, they're like, okay, I've gotten it all, but I'm still not yet successful. And success is a word that has different definitions to it. So they get the skills is not adding up. They get the knowledge is not. They get the experience is not adding up. You get the degree, you get the masters, you get the PhD, you get everything. It's still not adding up. Why? Because that is the technical aspect, which is crucial. But there is something that separates you, and that is your showmanship. By that I mean your communication skills. Because if you're good in arts and you're unable to communicate your art to the world, nobody knows you, nobody patronizes you. It looks as if what you have is not really good. But it's good. But your inability to communicate it to the other person, to the marketplace, is where the challenge comes in. You have an experience being a dad, being a mom, being a father figure, a mother figure, being a pastor, being a teacher, but the experience is just with you because you lack the ability to communicate it. So we have a lot of persons that have very fascinating experiences, but because they're unable to communicate it, they can't do much. And hence they take their experiences down with them to the grave. I'm saying this because you listening to me, you have a knowledge, you have a skill, you have an experience that you can communicate effectively to the world. And guess what? When you communicate well, the world will reward you. As easy as that. So I dare say that you are only as good as you can communicate. Because if you have the best of skills, so I rate you at a 10, and your communication level is at a 2, guess what will happen? Your actual level is not a 10, but a 2. You have the knowledge of somebody at even 100, but your communication is at 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you come back to level 1 because you cannot communicate what you have. So we might as well say you don't even have it. Now you're seeing how bad it is. So communication is very, very crucial. And when we begin to say things as regards to this, a lot of people shy away and say, well, my kind of person, I am not good with this. I am not good. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. I have a question for you. The voice you are using today, is it truly your voice? It was months ago that I stumbled upon this question and it puzzled me. The voice you are using, is it truly your voice? I'm asking this question because as at age 2, a child loses his or her voice. And you're like, really? Yes. A child loses his or her natural voice at age 2. And the child starts to use what we call the habitual voice. This is a voice that is gotten by virtue of the habits that you're being exposed to. So you notice yourself being very loud because daddy was loud, or being very gentle because mommy was gentle, or being very articulate with your gestures, your body language, because your teacher, that is how they communicated. And you were able to extract that habit. Or perhaps there is somebody that you camped under that person for a while, and the way the person commanded his or her English, it influenced you, so it altered your voice. So you notice that the way you are speaking is actually an accumulation of several habits that you have extracted over time. So my question to you is this: whose voice are you using to speak? Is it a voice that is making you confident in your own skin, or is it a voice that is making you shrink in your own skin? Why am I bringing this to your consciousness? So that you understand that unconsciously you have attained the level, but right about now, you want to consciously attain a level that will suit you, that will suit you perfectly well. So let the thought of my kind of person die today. Because guess what? The my kind of person framework that you are holding on to, it was unconsciously handed over to you. So now I'm saying it is time for us to consciously hold on to something that would work for us. Because this time we are in charge. I'm not saying it to make you feel good. I'm saying it because 7, 10 years ago, 7 to 10 years ago, the voice I was using was a voice of Eric Thomas. I had so much synced into all of his content that I was even sounding like him. I did not know then. I did not know. But looking at previous informations, and I'm going to share one so you listen to it, I was just laughing because it wasn't my voice. It was his voice. It was his voice. So whose voice are you using to speak? So here's my commitment to you. My commitment to you is that at the end of this training experience, you'll be able to build your confidence, remove limitations, learn some speaking techniques, craft your story, master some frameworks to stand out, and then we're going to plan, do, and review. So you are in for an experience. If you're ready for this, just type I am ready in the comment section, or whatever platform you're using to listen to. Just type in I am ready, I am ready, I am ready, because you're truly in for a ride. Now I want to share something with you, but I need you to promise me that you will not laugh. But if you laugh, it's still okay. It's a learning experience. But the information I want to share with you now is something that will bring credence to the essence of the entire training that we're having right about now. It's going to show you how exactly, or why I believe strongly that it is possible. You can alter your voice if you choose to. So watch this, pay attention to this. I'm going to play two videos. The first video is a video that was made 7, 8 years ago, while the second video was made 3 years ago, approximately 3 years ago. So I want to just listen to a few seconds of it and notice the difference, and then we're going to come back and we'll use that as an anchor for this very training that we're having. So pay close attention. I had to pause the video there, right? Because personally, even like personally, I'm not enjoying the video, right? I'm enduring the video. But this was 7, 8 years ago. And if you were to flip and tell that guy that will be here I don't think he might have believed it, because if you notice, I was not moving on that video. I was static like a block, right? Trying to get my words together. Lord have mercy on that guy. But listen, that guy needed to happen for this guy to happen. So I'm saying it because if you are listening to me, you're saying, I don't even know how to start. Anytime I'm faced with even two people, I just lose my frame of mind and all of that. I totally understand. But you have to start messy, and then it gets better, right? It is those messy days that will build you up for the days that will blow your mind. So let's check out the next video, right? Let's check out the next video so you notice the difference. You notice one from 8 years ago, the other from 3 years ago. What's the difference? The difference is the entire training that we're about to have. The difference. One you enjoyed, the other one you endured. So I'm saying it because whatever state you find yourself, it is very, very possible for you to say, okay, I'm going to change this. I'm going to make it better. And you actually get it done. You actually get it done. So if I ask you to choose, which would you go for? Would you go for video one, or would you go for video two? If you ask me, I'll go for video two, right? But guess what? Individual one had to lay the foundation for individual two. Individual one was trying to get his words together, trying to be sure that, okay, let's take it one step at a time. Was not confident in his own skin. Individual two was super confident in his or her own skin. And that is the essence of this training, so that you two are able to get to a level where you are also confident in your own skin. So I'm begging you, if perhaps you've been distracted all along, please pay attention. The Bedu is about to start. All right,
Ever
it's about to
comes,
start. So
I'm
I
not,
don't
but
know if
it
you
might
laughed
come,
through, or
but
if you did, I
it's
forgive
going
you.
to be hard
Right,
once you miss
I
that
totally forgive
opportunity.
you.
So all I'm
Forgive
saying
you.
is, the
Because the
future
time will come,
starts
you'll be the
today.
one
You
laughing
have
at
to
yourself
start
as well.
planning
All
today.
right, you're gonna be
The
like
right
one laughing at
time
yourself. So let's go.
is now.
Imagine every time you
There's no
open your
tomorrow.
mouth
Tomorrow
to
never comes. When
speak,
tomorrow comes, it becomes today, and
every
you're like,
single
okay,
time
I'll wait for
you
tomorrow.
inspired
Which
people
tomorrow
at
again?
their core.
Tomorrow, today,
Not
tomorrow.
just that, you
You
created
just
a
have to stop
change through your
procrastinating
word
and
in their
settle
mind.
down
You
and
were able to
do
remind
you.
people of their
Okay,
possibilities.
let's do a
You
test
altered
to break
any
this all
limiting
down.
belief they had in
Now,
themselves.
I
Every time you open your mouth to speak, people began to follow you. As I'm saying it, I'm sure you can highlight one or two people who have this command of speech, who have been able to ignite their own voice. That when they speak, you want to learn more from them. When they speak, you want to share whatever they say with everyone you meet. Imagine you are that kind of person. Don't imagine the person, right, that has this already. Imagine you are the person that has all of this, that by virtue of you opening your mouth, you're able to separate yourself.
Now the
You're able to
light
separate
was
yourself.
what they made us believe
Imagine, how
was
would it
that
make you
if
feel?
we work
How
hard,
would it make
if
you
we're
feel?
committed,
Very,
if we're
very cool.
consistent, if we're
Very, very
dedicated,
awesome.
if we're
Very, very
passionate,
amazing.
we would
Very,
actually
very
live a good life.
fascinating.
But here's the thing, I
You see, it's not
later
what you say that
realized,
matters, rather it is
while
how you
being
feel.
that hardworking, committed,
So one person
consistent,
can come and say,
dedicated, passionate
I love you.
entrepreneur,
Another person
I wasn't
can
getting it right. So I
see
asked
the
questions and I
wind,
discovered that what I
the
was
sun
actually
stands
missing
still,
was mentorship and
butterfly
positioning.
all over in my tummy. And I had to pause, because all of this is simply because I love you. So one, I love you is just straight bullet, bam. And the other takes us on a journey, bringing in the moments, capturing every single thing. So it's not what you say that matters. It is how you say it. So a lot of people say, the way you spoke to me, I don't like it. It's not what you said per se. It is how it was said. So who is an impactful speaker? An impactful speaker is someone who speaks with certainty, confidence, and conviction. That is who an impactful speaker is. Is someone who inspires you to make you want to run, jump, soar further than you've ever gone. The person just sets you on fire. Someone whose word causes you to want to do better and be better. That's an impactful speaker. Someone that reaches across the room or through the screen and ignites your soul. So if it's a physical session, it's as if the person walks up to you and touches you without even doing that. A virtual session, as if the person knows you from A to Z, and when the person is speaking, within you, you are bleeding. It's someone who leaves their fingerprints on their workplace, community, home, church. That when they are not there, you know that somebody is not here. There's a presence that I'm no longer feeling. There's a presence I'm not feeling. Why? Because I'm not hearing this voice again. The voice moves you. It leaves a hunger within you, and you keep yearning for more. That is an impactful speaker. The person just seems to know what to say, when to say it, how to say it. That is an impactful speaker. It's someone who speaks from their hearts and not their head. You see, when you speak from your head, people know because you just want to speak. But when you speak from your heart, when you speak from your heart, it's now a heart-to-heart conversation, and people can feel it. That no, what this person is saying. You know how somebody will speak and you're like, what this person said is genuine. But you don't know the person. You don't know the person from anywhere. The person spoke from the heart. So the heart can judge and know what is truth and what is a lie. The heart can judge if your lying is from the head. If you're saying the truth, is from the heart. Emotions, right, can be transferred through a heart-to-heart conversation, and only an impactful speaker can do that successfully well. There are certain things that have been shared with you, maybe by your mother, maybe by your father, maybe by your sibling, maybe by your teacher, maybe by your spiritual mentor or your mentor. And what they shared with you was from their hearts. You see, those things are still with you. If we wake you tomorrow, you will still remember it because it was not conveyed. There are certain things they say to you from the head, you can't remember. There are certain things they say to you from their hearts. It has been crested upon your soul, and you cannot let it go. That is what an impactful speaker can do to you. That's what an impactful speaker can do. So I asked ChatGPT, she's my girl. So I asked her, why do people remember great speakers? Why is it that somebody will speak and many months later, the person is still being referenced? And many weeks later, the person is being referenced. And many years later, the person is still being referenced. Why? And ChatGPT had this to say. ChatGPT said, people remember great speakers for several reasons, often tied to the speaker's ability to connect, engage, and leave a lasting impact. The speaker's ability to connect, engage, and leave a lasting impact. That is what will make you memorable. So how well am I able to connect with you? How well am I able to engage you? And how well am I able to leave a lasting impact? You see, this is like a summary. When I said I just fell in love because this is the essence of this training, to make you able to connect, to engage, and leave a lasting impact whenever you open your mouth to speak. And I had to stress on, I said, okay, go deeper, share with me more. And ChatGPT gave me some key factors that contribute to memorability of a great speaker. And she said, a compelling content, emotional connection, clear structure, engaging delivery, authenticity, unique style, memorable quotes and phrases, to connection with the audience, confidence and presence, visual and verbal impact, repetition and reinforcement. You can take a screenshot of this or take note of it. And I'm like, this is very, very accurate. This is very, very on point. Now, I'm not saying focus on using all of them at once. But these are key factors that are needed whenever you open your mouth to speak or handle a message, a presentation. These are needed for you to attain the height of a great impactful speaker. So the question is, which of these do you know? Which do you not know? And which have you been using? Because we're going to start using quite a lot of them. Now, listen to me. An impactful speaker is not just celebrities, not just politicians, millionaires, billionaires, motivational speakers, social media influencers, people who are already successful. No. And when we talk about impactful speakers, legendary speakers, great men and women, extraordinary people that speak, these are the people that come to our mind. Ah, celebrities, millionaires, billionaires. So you don't even count yourself worthy enough to be termed an impactful speaker. That is an error in judgment because there have been a shift. And nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. An impactful speaker is likely to be a mother, a father, a son, a daughter, a student, an entrepreneur, a spiritual leader, a professional, a teacher. These are also impactful speakers. Individuals like you and individuals like myself. Why? Because your voice matters. Your voice matters. It matters a whole lot. So do not say, no, my kind of person, no. What do I have to say? How crazy that is. What do I have to say? Who will listen to me? There's somebody out there that will listen to you. There's somebody out there that will listen to you. Never for once should you downplay yourself and say, who will listen? There's somebody out there counting on you to leave an imprint in their soul and alter their state. Imagine I did not consciously say, okay, let me keep working and working and working on myself. This would have not been here. But guess what? Somebody else will be giving the message, but not me. And maybe that person, you would never have access to that person. Maybe the person might not be in Nigeria. So how do we explain that? Knowing that you not accepting to ignite your voice is actually robbing us of a lot of things that will be a blessing to us. Think about it. I also took out time to ask ChatGPT. I said, okay, people are saying, no, they are just ordinary people. They are just ordinary people. ChatGPT, talk to me. Can an ordinary speaker become extraordinary? So is there hope for Tunde out there? Is there hope for Nkechi out there? Is there hope for Mama Nkechi? Is there hope for her? And ChatGPT, yes. An extraordinary speaker can emerge through training, practice, refinement of their skills with the right mindset, effective training. I had to echo on it. Effective training and willingness to improve. So if you have the practice, the refinement, the right mindset, and you're not willing to improve, then there's trouble. So all of this has to be in synergy. And when this happens, an ordinary man, an ordinary woman can emerge as an extraordinary speaker. So I want you to go to the comment section. Perhaps you have been downplaying yourself and say, there is hope for me. Just type that in the comment section. There's hope for me. There's hope for me. There's hope for me. There's hope for me. Yeah, there's hope for you. There's hope for you. A lot of it. So enough of the limitation. It is time for us to arm ourselves and become better and become more because it is possible. All right, it's possible. It's possible. So let's go. Listen to this. There was a time in my life when the thought of having to speak would have been a no-no for me. Why? Because of past experience. It didn't go as planned. Mm-mm. You had that thing you wanted to share, but after sharing it, the feedback you got was not good. And you see, we have a tendency to want to always recall that experience whenever we step out to do something that we know we are supposed to be doing. Now, if you've ever had, or if you've ever been in a situation where you know you wanted to do that thing, but you see yourself pulling back because of that traumatic experience you had before, just type yes in the comment section. Just give me yes, give me yes, give me yes. Because the truth of the matter is we get so nervous about speaking in public because we fear being rejected by the group, whatever group you find yourself. Some persons, if you tell them to speak just to two individuals, they feel like just melting on the spot. And I understand. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But this is what I found out. I found out that is normal. It only shows that you are human. Hear me well. There is no speaker on earth that has become remarkable, outstanding, impactful, extraordinary, that did not make mention or is still currently experiencing this subtle fear. It is always there. Even before having to get this training started, the fear came, but I shook the fear and I said, let's go. And the fear is still here. I tell people, I say the fear just keeps you in check. It keeps you in check, which is a good thing. So when you understand that this is actually your ally, you just find peace. So stop fighting it, embrace it, and then go with the flow. But I came with a solution. I'm not going to leave you in the dark, right? So the question is, how have I been able to walk side by side this fear of rejection? This fear of, well, what if they don't accept me? It's legit. I can tell you for free. Let's use the Bible as a case study. A man called Jesus walks into a temple and begins to share the word of God, the good news as we have it. And while he's speaking, the Pharisees, the Sadducees are on the other side and they are mocking him. They are rejecting his message. Did it stop him from speaking? No, he kept on speaking. And the disciples will watch closely and they're like, what this man is doing? Interesting. If I were the one, I would stop speaking. But they understood it, mentorship. So while he had left them, they would go out to speak in the art of the apostles in different temples. Paul will give his account of how he is speaking the gospel, and these same persons will be rejecting. There are some groups that will be accepting, some will be mocking, but he always keeps on speaking. Except the thing turns sideways and they start, trying to kill him and all of that. But what am I saying? You see, every speaker will tell you, you cannot have it all figured out. There will be something that will come, or some people that will come to just try to mess everything up. It comes with the package. All right, it comes with the package. But the ultimate understanding is the understanding that you have by virtue of being confident in yourself. I played two videos earlier. Video one, that gentleman was not confident in his own skin. Video two, the gentleman had it all, right? To a certain level, right? We keep getting better day by day. But I'm saying you get to enjoy somebody's message when that person is confident in him or herself. And you get to suffer through somebody's message when the person is not confident in him or herself. So that's one way I've been able to walk side by side, knowing that I'm good enough. A conscious understanding that I am good enough and my voice matters. I can tell you for free, and I know I've said this quite a number of times, that it took me a while to embrace my own voice. That, oh, this voice is okay. Wow, interesting. So this voice is this nice. It took me a while. So if you're saying, I totally understand. If you're downplaying your own voice, I understand. It took me a while. There were times that I would do an audio recording and I would send to somebody, but I lacked the confidence to listen to it. I couldn't listen to my own voice. There were times I would record a video, and once the editing is done and everything and it's posted, I delete the copy. I don't want the copy. Others can have the copy. I don't want the copy. But it got to a point where I now understood that your voice matters. I am good enough. And until you have that conviction within you, that understanding that you're good enough, that there can be no other version of you, is only this one that you have, then you'll be limited as regards to igniting your voice. I can tell you that for free. That Mother Teresa that we know today, Oprah Winfrey that we know today, the reason we know these people is because they decided that I am good enough and my voice matters. And the reason a time will come, people will call your name is because you decide to embrace your own voice. So this is me begging you. There is somebody out there counting on you. Not the entire world per se. Some people have the reach of the world. Glory be to God. But maybe it is one girl somewhere, one guy somewhere. I don't know. But just patiently waiting for you. Imagine the great names that have inspired us in different industries, in different fields, in different nations. They downplay their voice. There are some people, honestly speaking, their voice is not that okay. But guess what? They forced the entire globe to accept them just the way they are. Why? Because they understood that they are good enough. So don't tell me jack about your voice. I am saying be confident in your own skin to the point that the world has no choice to say, this is unique. This is unique. There were times that, see, to show you how powerful this is, there were times that we would act a movie, a Nigerian movie, and because we want it to be top notch, we don't speak vernacular in it. Because we want it to be globally accepted, we don't speak Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba. So you understand how dangerous this can be. But it got to a point that we understood that we are good enough. So we would produce a standard movie and we'll still speak our Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. We'll produce a standard movie and we'll still speak vernacular in it and it will sell. It is selling because we have decided to embrace who we are. So can you please embrace who you are? Number two, a consistent pursuit for knowledge through mentorship. Knowing that every single day I open my mouth to speak, it is important that every single day I must find a way to build my thought process and how exactly I communicate. So in summary, to build my communication skills. And that happens by, let me use the Bible. The Bible says, follow them who through faith and patience have obtained the promise. So you follow people who are eloquent in speaking. People that when they speak, it moves you. And you now know that, okay, if I'm able to copy and model success, I become successful. So all of a sudden they notice, even you too, when you speak, you're moving people. Why? Because of mentorship. You seek knowledge. So I ask you, listen to me. When it comes to communication, public speaking, who do you know? How many public speakers? I'm talking about world class. Do you know? How many books have you read? How many videos, pardon me, have you watched to improve yourself? What do you know about communication? Or you just speak? You see, this thing here, down to what we have here as the mouth, it has changed a lot of people's life, and it has also put a lot of people into trouble. If you ask me, I want it to change my life for good, not for bad. But it happens by understanding that it is an instrument that I can intentionally work on. So the journey starts with the mind and then it comes out here. So what are you putting inside so that it will come out here? Don't blame the mouth, blame the mind. And that's why this information is important. See, the worst thing that can happen is that you start this training process and you don't see it to the end. You have cheated yourself. A mentor once said that all you seek in life is in a book, is in a video. But the sad part is a lot of people don't take out time to go through it. Number three, practice, practice, practice. And that's why in between this training, we're going to be having some practical. And you have to engage in it. And that's why I begged at the beginning. I said it's a dialogue, not a monologue. And some of you have asked, type this, do that. You will not do anything. You will not. Yeah, your heart is so hardened. You don't want to do anything. So let me break the heart a little bit. Just go to the comment section and type practice. Just type practice. So I know that we are together. Maybe you've not been typing other things. Just type in practice. So I know we're together. How I say it is, it's what you sow, you reap. So if you find it hard to drop comments in trainings like this, how dare you now demand comments when you begin to speak? Do you know how disastrous it is that you're speaking and nobody's responding? My goodness. Well, guess what? You did it to somebody and now it's happening to you. That's life. What is so you reap? So I'm saying, what enabled me pass through this phase or understand perfectly well how to handle the fear of rejection is a conscious understanding that I'm good enough and my voice matters. A consistent pursuit for knowledge to keep improving myself day in and day out, day in and day out. And practice, practice, practice. Practice with yourself, practice with a group of two, practice with a group of five, group of 10, Practice virtually, practice physically, intentionally. Practice and build yourself, and you get better. If all you did is improve your vocabulary, one word, by the end of the year, you would have added 365 words into your entire dictionary. But guess what? What is easy to do is also easy not to do. That's why a lot of people don't do it. That's why a lot of people don't do it. So will you do it? We're about to find out. So there are frameworks to speaking. You might call it the science of speaking. It's a formula that if you have, you can be able to pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out, and then you put it all together. It evolves your speaking, making you more impactful when you speak. And when you are able to articulate effectively well, people respect you the more. People want to pay attention to you the more. People now look at you as somebody that is wise because you're cautious. And when you speak, it's always value. Why? Because you are using a framework. And my joy with this, why I call it the science of speaking, is that there's a formula. So anybody can apply the formula. Anybody anywhere can apply the formula. Mastery of this formula will make you unforgettable. It's going to make you unforgettable. And when somebody leaves, they're like, yeah, there's this thing this person said. And they can recall it. There are some individuals you've listened to this year. If I ask you, what did that person say? You don't know. You don't know. And there are some persons that you listened to them 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It is in your soul. You can't forget because there was a science to speaking. So you can make people suffer through your message or enjoy your message. So let me ask you, would you want people listening to you to suffer or enjoy? Type in the comment section. Should they suffer or should they enjoy? I choose that they enjoy what I'm saying because when they enjoy what I'm saying, number one, I'm able to pass a message across. Number two, I'm able to leave an imprint within them. And number three, I'm able to hook them to come back for more. So do you want people to suffer or you want them to enjoy? The ball is in your court. So let's begin to unleash this framework. Let's begin to unleash this framework. All right. Framework number one is the audience connection formula. Audience connection formula. Remember, we talked about certain things that are needed for you to become a memorable speaker. And now we are highlighting one of it. The audience connection formula. One of it stated there that you have to be able to connect with your audience. So this is it. You see, the audience connection formula is about bringing your audience along with you on your journey. So we're going to the top of the mountain. And what do I say? Hop on my back. Let me carry you. Let me carry you. And one man is able to carry 1,000 persons. One man is able to carry 2,000 persons. One man is able to carry 10 persons on his or her back by virtue of her voice, his voice, and go on that journey. And they can feel it even though they are not there with you. They can experience it. They can taste it. Why? Because of this formula. It's so powerful. Anybody can use it. So let me give you the formula. This is it. There was a time when dash, dash, dash. We have a tendency to dash, dash, dash. Have you ever had a time when dash, dash, dash? I'll break it down. This is the formula. This is it. So whatever conversation you're having, you can use this to sink it in. I'll give you a classical example. I used it earlier on, so I'm going to use it again. There was a time when having to speak in public was a traumatic experience. Why? Because I did it one time and I faced severe rejection from family and friends, and it broke me into pieces. You see, we have a tendency to want to pull back, seeing that we tried something before and it did not go as planned. Have you ever had a time when you stepped out to do something and it ended up the wrong way? Type yes in the comment section. Just type yes. Are we together? Did you get the flow? So this is the framework. Your job is you take it and you add flesh to it. You add flesh to it. There was a time, I go again. There was a time. Oh my God. I'm loving this, right? I'm loving this. Why? Because it gives me room as well to practice. Now, there was a time when I truly wanted to be part of a team back in secondary school, playing football. But every single time I step into the pitch, I was not being selected. I felt rejected. I would always end up being the lineman. And it kept happening and happening and happening. It got to a point I gave up on football. I gave up. And you see, we have a tendency to want to just pull back, knowing that we have tried something the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, and it didn't work. You just give up automatically. You give up. Have you ever had a time when you had this push, passion for something, but because you've tried it several times, it didn't work? There was no point trying again. Just raise your hand. And then you see the audience raise their hand, right? Because they can relate. So what did I do? I connected with the audience. I connected. So the framework gives you a cutting edge advantage. You can take a screenshot of this, right? It gives you a cutting edge advantage to be able to reach out and say, hey, for the fact that I'm on stage, it doesn't mean I am better than you. We're together on this journey. Come on stage. Even though they are sitting down, even though they are listening to you, come on stage. There was a time when I stepped into a city and I didn't have the resources to take care of myself in that city. And I was moving left, right, and center. I was frustrated. You see, we have a tendency to want to pull back because we tried a new path and it didn't work out. So we say, hell no, no more new paths. Have you ever had a time or been in a situation where because of past experience, you could not move forward? That fear was there. If you can relate, just give me a thumbs up and give it a thumb up. Are you saying it? There was a time when I was in love with this girl. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. The love was suffocating me. And I put myself together, approached her, expressed myself, and she said no. She didn't stop by saying no. She insulted me. It broke me into pieces. And I said, never again to love. Never. You see, we have a tendency to want to close our doors because the first time we were confident in our own skin, we were rejected. Hardcore rejection. Have you ever had a time when you said, I'll do this? And it took you a while to get yourself to that level. And when you get there, the door was banged on your face. If you can relate, just raise your hand. So I know I've used several scenarios, right, to connect with you. It's the audience connection formula. It's about bringing your audience along with you on your journey. So here's a classwork. Yes, so it's not about cho, cho, cho. No, we're taking action. Using the framework, drop in the comment section your own audience connection formula, then give a positive feedback to others' comments, right? So I'm just gonna, you can pause the video here and look at it, go to the comment section and say, there was a time when I, da 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 da. We have a tendency to, da 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 da. Have you ever had a time when, da 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 da? And then you submit it, bam, that's the classwork. That's the classwork. So let's go, let's go. Pause the video, do this, do this, do this. It's important. Please don't just listen and say, ah, well, it's not for me. It's for you. Because the more you do it, the more you get better. And from having to do it consciously, it now sinks into your subconscious. So without you knowing it, you begin to use it in conversations. That's it. So the goal is to bring all of this framework to your consciousness, even though you've been using it without you knowing it. But this time, bring it to your conscious and use it, use it, use it, practice, 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 and flip it into your subconscious. So it becomes a part of you. So I beg you, please, let's start the classwork. All right. So pause, type, I'm just going to proceed with the training and I'll respond to all the comments as I see them coming. All right. So let's talk about framework number two. Let's talk about framework number two. Framework number two is the full body sport. Full body sport. Yes. So full body sport. Right. I love this. Why? Because we are used to it being called body language. Yeah. Body language. But then, people just say, you're trying to read my body. Remember when I was studying psychology then in school, and then you tell somebody, oh, why you study psychology? Don't try to read me. And I'm like, my man, how dumb are you? Because for me to read you, I need data. I need data. So you'll be chatting with somebody, what are you studying psychology? Don't try. I need data. I cannot just close my hand, then I'll tell you something. I'm not a prophet. Hello? Right? So I'm saying this because in psychology, you need data to be able to read somebody's body language, right? So I need you to do certain things. I need you to speak certain ways for me to read and know, okay, this and this and this. In speaking, people need to be able to understand not just what you are saying, but your expression by virtue of your body language. So, full body sport is a concept of using your body to integrate appropriate points in your message to help magnify the impact of your delivery. It can be done physically, it can be done virtually. It can be done physically, it can be done virtually. Simply put, it's just body language. Now, if I'm speaking to you, have you ever had a situation where somebody is speaking and they plant themselves on the podium? They don't move, they just plant themselves there. They don't move. Have you ever seen such scenario? It's as if they're just there speaking, speaking, speaking. When they are done, they just move and then they go, right? And the conversations are so boring. Another individual is moving, only moves left, right, left, right, left, right. Another individual, like, is commanding the full stage, even steps out of the stage into the public. Which do you enjoy the most? Well, for me, the person that moves outside and connects, right? And connects with us. Every speaker with their own technique. But I'm telling you, your message is more powerful when you're able to use your body as well to convey that message. More powerful. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. You see, when it's done virtually, what you have to do is, use your screen, and then people watching are able to balance through. Physically, you can now see my legs, you can now see the entire body. But when it's virtual, my face has a role to play, my hands have a role to play, and then a part of my body, my shoulders, they have a role to play, right? Very, very crucial. So I'm saying this because a lot of people, when they even speak virtually, they're just there, and then recall the first video I played, right? I just sat there like, it was so flat. The other video, even though it was just like a half shot, you would see movements, right? You would see facial expressions, you would see the face moving and every single thing. That is full body sport. So aside from the message being said, there are other engagement happening, and then your eyes are moving and it's hooking you. It is very, very key. Do not find yourself speaking without it. And if you're to go back to the beginning of this video down to this point, you will notice how I keep using my hand to do one thing, the other, use my face. That's the entire full body sport. So things to note when it comes to full body sports. It can be done virtually, it can be done physically. So don't say, oh, it's a Zoom session. No, 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 no. They won't know. Trust me, people know. They are paying attention to you, not just your slide. They're paying attention to you, person speaking. So your body is a key part of the conversation you're having and a crucial part of your message. It's very key. Don't assume, no, it doesn't count. It does. It does. It does. Now, it takes boldness and your active presence on stage and practice to handle this framework. If you're not actively involved in your message, have you seen? Let me show you how. Have you seen a scenario where somebody says, there are two things that changed my life? You said two things, but your hand said three. That shows there's a challenge. And when I got to the police station, I met two policemen, balanced. Two policemen answering two. And when I went to the military barracks, I met four soldier men, but they're only seeing three. Your hand is saying three. So your hand is passing a message that, see you, what he's saying and what we are doing is not in one accord. There's now a challenge. There's now a challenge. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Right? Somebody will say, and when the incident happened, I stepped forward. So you notice that I was back before. I said, I stepped forward. It takes boldness, and I need to be conscious of my thought process. If not, there's no synergy, and then there's trouble. And there's trouble. So that means you have to be actively involved. It's not a situation of, let's just go and say anything you want. No, 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 no. That's why practice is key, right? Practice is key. So find your wall while speaking and do not go outside it. All right, that's outside, not outside. Don't go outside it. So looking at how my camera is, my wall isn't that big, right? So it's more of, let me see how I can gauge it, trying. But then anything I do outside it, you can't see my hand again. You can only see one hand. You can't see the other hand, right? So anything I'm doing, I'm telling you that I did this with my right hand, you can't see it. So I'm outside the wall. So I have to now be cautious to know that, okay, this is my frame. And then if I'm doing one, I'm doing the other one, I see, okay, it's large. I say, we need to bring it down, right? So this is full body sport. We need to take it up. And he went up. I looked up at her and he brought the foot down. I looked at it. I said, is this all? Really? Right? So that's full body sport. That's full body sport. Use it in your communication. The joy of this is that we're bringing out our arsenals, full body sport, audience connection formula. When we're done with the full package and you begin to communicate, it will make a lot of sense. But it's crucial that you have this added to your arsenal. So I want you to pause classwork. I've done my own, several of it. I want you to pause this video and try out a full body sport framework. And once you're done, type FBD done in the comment section. Please, it's important. Pause the video, do this. Even if it's as little as I turned and I looked at her one more time and I gazed upon her beauty as the sun set. I wondered, how did I get this lucky? That's for body sport, all right? That's for body sport. So I'm just saying. So do your own classwork while I make advancement. Once you're done, FBD, please, I'm begging you. I know you might say, this thing is important. It's important though. It's important. I will say it in worry. Now from clap, it the enter dance. You understand? So if you are not faithful with the little, how can I be sure that you can even do more? Right? How can I be sure that you can do more? Now, we started by asking this question. We didn't give an answer then, but this is me asking you. Are impactful speakers born or are they made? If you believe now that they are born, type born in the comment section. If you believe that they are made, type made in the comment section. I know you decided then, but with the knowledge that you have acquired now, would you come to a conclusion that they are born or are they made? Here's what I'll tell you. They are actually made. No matter who you are, where you find yourself, if you decide to become better speaking, it's a done deal. If you make that decision, it's a done deal. Anybody can do it. Anybody. So they are made. They are made. Don't say, oh, this person is gifted. No, the voice is like this. My voice was not like this. And we did it now. We watched it. It was not like this. Do you know my joy? Is that it's going to get better. 10 years from today. I can't wait. That voice. Like, I'm trying to reach for the voice, but I can't wait. It's going to get better. So why not start? Don't tell me you are old. Don't tell me you are young. Excuses on excuses. It's not going to work. Give yourself a chance. All right? Give yourself a chance. So let's go. Assignments. This assignment is very crucial. Please, I beg of you. Because we'll have to end this here and then we'll continue next week. I want you to record yourself speaking for 3 minutes on a specific topic facing the camera. Record yourself. Just bring your phone. That's the assignment. You don't have to do it now. If you want to do it now after this training, fantastic. Right? You're not sending me a copy. It's your copy. But place the phone, hit record, and then speak on a specific topic for just 3 minutes. Once you're done, you are going to press play on the video, flip the phone so you don't see yourself, and listen to the audio. Just hear how you flow. You might not like it. Spoiler alert, you might not like it. But then enjoy it. That's the only way you get better. Number 2, once you're done, bring the phone, reduce the video, and press play. Listen or watch. Watch how you move your body, your face, your facial expression. So that's the visual review. First is auditory review. Second is visual review. Then when you're done, you can increase the sound and then watch yourself. First, you get the audio. Take notes. And there are going to be a lot of it's totally fine. It's fine. You will not like it. But if you do this the first time, you will notice a dangerous difference when you do it the 10th time. because you have gotten better. If you don't do this, just forget about it. This entire training is not for you. There's no problem, it's fine. But it's important that you do this. Just for 3 minutes, record yourself. Once you're done, press play. To me, this is like an entire recording of myself. So when I'm done, I'm going to press play and listen to this entire training, audio and video, to assess myself. And then say, okay, you said this, but you didn't say it well. So next time we have to say it well. So that makes a lot of sense, right? So it's an assignment, and I beg you, if you have journeyed with me from the beginning to this point, do well to do this assignment. It will help you to become a better communicator as a father, a mother, a son, a daughter, a wife, a husband, a teacher, a preacher, a businessman, businesswoman. It will make you more effective. It will give you that command you desire, that respect you desire, whatever you're doing. The ball is in your court. All right, the ball is in your court. So when you do this assignment, do also let me know. Once you're done with it, you can share your feedback in the comment section as well. It will definitely help somebody. Okay. Maya Angelou said this. I'm going to end with this. She said, people can forget what you said sometimes in a moment. People can forget what you did, no matter how big you think that thing you did is. But people will never forget how you made them feel. How do we make them feel specifically? When we speak with them from our hearts. When we speak with them from our heart. Speak to them from our heart. If I'm able to alter how they feel, then what I said will make sense. Then what I did will make sense. That's the essence of this training. You become an impactful speaker when you're able to alter how they feel when you speak. It's not by saying it, it's not by doing it, but it's by altering how they feel. So by next week, we're going to go deep into how to craft your story and leave a lasting impression in the hearts of your listeners. You do not want to miss this. Next week is packed. It's going to be extensive, and come prepared to do a lot of activities. All right. So if you've gotten value thus far, glory be to God. My assignment is to see how exactly I help ignite within you the desire to do more, be more, and have more. I'll see you next time I see you. If need be, you have to watch this video again. I beg you, in the name of God, watch the video again. If you did not participate in the activity, start all over again and participate in the activities. And I can assure you, in no short time, you see yourself becoming better and better and better and better and better. God bless you.